my new logo. That's my podcast cover image. That's my new branding. That's my old branding. And what you're listening to is going to be the intro, outro. That's just my business headshot. Yeah. Intro, outro to my new podcast. Okay, this is gonna be crazy. If you haven't watched me in a while, you're gonna be like, what? I'm Andrea Reynolds. I am a former teacher turned full-time entrepreneur. I have been out of the classroom since May 2016. This is my first full year out of the classroom, and I survived, and I'm not going back. I am in Metro Atlanta, and I provide done-for-you content creation services and social media management so you can focus on the parts of your business that you love, because I love social media. Heidi, hello! I am obsessed with social media, and so much so that I finally was like, time to shift gears. So I started out in business as a social studies whisperer. I have a blog for teachers with creative ideas to help connect the past to the present. And so that's still around. That's not going anywhere, but my focus has shifted a little bit since I'm out of the classroom and I'm not teaching and working with kids every day. I'm more in the entrepreneurial mindset, and so I'm obsessed with social media marketing. I love it, the psychology of it, everything about it. So I set a goal to launch a podcast by the end of July, and it is coming. I have the music, I have a cheesy collage for my cover image, but it's Diary of a Gingerpreneur, and what it's going to be is my journey, because there are a lot of people that like to come off like they have these 5-figure launches within, I did that in part of the summer camp. It was really fun. I would love to do that. That's my ultimate goal. I want to create a school. I want to create some kind of hub to build little creative mini-me's. And that's why I got to build my Oprah level empire, because that's my mission. That's what it is. I don't want to buy the jets. I don't want to buy a jet. I want to do something big to help those kids that don't fit the norm. Because I could leave the classroom, I could leave the public school system, but a lot of kids don't have that choice. And so I want to create something. If you've ever seen the show Parenthood, just envision like what Christina did with Chambers Academy, and she built the school for Max. That's what I want to do for creatives and kids with ADHD. Yes, exactly. And I want to teach them, because when you follow your passion and you're creative, like, you soar. You soar. When you're stifled and you have to fit in a box, you crumble, and it doesn't work, and that's not fair, and that's not any way to live, and kids shouldn't have to suffer through that. So, my podcast is going to be about my journey. I'm starting it like a personal podcast, but I definitely will be sharing like things I'm learning along the way, because the whole reason I'm calling things Diary of a Gingerpreneur is I'm not up here and other people are down here. I'm in the trenches. I'm still trying to figure out my place in the entrepreneurial world, and it's one day at a time. It's you make your path, you don't find your path. And so I'm not going to come on and talk about like, this is the way to grow following overnight. This is, growth hacking strategies, whatever. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to be myself, talk about the struggles with, being a single mom, entrepreneur, dealing with the guilt of leaving the classroom because people judge you when you leave teaching. It's almost shameful, and nobody talks about that. And nobody talks about, how it's okay if you don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to teaching. I don't. And I feel like that's like something, taboo to say. I don't want to go back. I started out in hotel and restaurant management in college, and I changed to early childhood education after I had my daughter. And so, because I was the original teen mom before it was cool, 19. So, so that's why I changed. And so it took me a long time to figure out my place. And so it's okay to it's okay to figure out things as you go. It's okay to take a big leap of faith. And I wouldn't recommend that everyone just quit teaching. In fact, thank you. In fact, I recommend that most teachers do not quit teaching, because you're not, especially if your action plan is to rely just on one source of income as teachers pay teachers. That is foolish. It's foolish for anyone to rely on one source of income in entrepreneurship. And so my advice is for teachers to stay in the classroom, because it just, to worry about what you can change, but it's not a cakewalk, but it can be done. But I know that I belong in the entrepreneurial space because of, I won't go that far. I'm proud of my store, and I do have a store that I'm active with, but, so I'm not going there. But basically it has become oversaturated and stuff like that. It's okay, Heidi. Anywho, I was talking about something with, because I have ADHD. I'm a problem solver. If something's not going to work, I'm figuring out another way to do it. I'm not set in my ways. I think outside of the box. And to succeed in entrepreneurship, you have to think outside of the box. You have to be ready to pivot and know, okay, if this idea doesn't work, then I've got something else similar. And you have to stay focused on what that is. And, people like to tell me I'm all over the place, but I'm really not. I was not going to settle in what I was doing with my business until I found the right fit. And it took me a year, and that is okay. That is okay. People post these highlight reels, and my podcast is going to be about going behind the highlight reel. Keeping it real, not a highlight reel. And, what real life is like as an entrepreneur. And, well, I'm glad you popped in, lady. We need to catch up for reals. And so, I'm going to share my takeaways and things I'm learning along the way, and hopefully actionable steps, and hopefully pep talks, because I love being a cheerleader. I love it. I love being other people's cheerleader. That's another reason why I'm kind of shifting gears, because I know there are a lot of people that, if they just had a cheerleader, they could be successful with their business. And so that's what I do. I believe in building people up. And that's what I loved about being a teacher, is building kids up. And if I get the opportunity to do that with kids, that's great. But you can't do that in the classroom. You have to bring them down by their test scores. And I'm not willing to do that anymore. And so let me show off my new website. That's my new logo for DGPP LLC, which stands for Diary of a Gingerpreneur Power Planning LLC. But I thought that was a little bit too long, so I shortened it to DGPP LLC. And this is my original site, the Social Studies Whisperer. Okay, this is for teachers. I'm doing something with this course in my Facebook group and on my Facebook page. I'm chunking it and breaking it down little by little and sharing it that way. And then offering the whole thing for sale as a recap. But this is where it all began. Okay, so this is definitely still here. Still the Social Studies Whisperer. Okay, well, the page was down for a few days because Google wasn't kidding about domains expiring, but that's okay. Okay, so here's my new site. It's diaryofagingerpreneur.com. Okay, that's going to be the name of the podcast, Diary of a Gingerpreneur. That is coming before the end of July, because that is my goal. And on the site, you can check out my, and see, you can see on the podcast, it's coming soon. That's all it says for now. Yeah. Coming soon. But anyway, so I have a link to my portfolio. I put together some of my designs and some of my products that I created and other logos and just images and stuff like that. So Adobe Portfolio is amazing. It's really easy to use. So if you have the Creative Cloud software, and maybe I should do a Periscope about that, because it's really easy. It's really easy. I was struggling with I don't know how to do a portfolio, and it made it super easy. Just go on build your little categories, and you can have a little explanation. This is from April 2016 when I hosted a meetup and with Rachel Vincent, and these are some of the designs I created for that, and I created a geo filter for it, and so I included that. So it's all kinds of just all kinds of stuff. So the portfolio, and then wrong website. Let me just go right back to it, and I what did I click on? I have too many tabs open. Okay, so that's the portfolio, and then the work with me. Okay, this is gonna blow your minds because I took a really creative spin on it. I named all my packages after famous redheads. Okay, so what I'm offering is social media help and done for you content creation. Okay, and I am offering like one-on-one sessions. Here's a snapshot at the very bottom of all of it that I'm going to show you. You can look at it on your own. That's like pie in the sky, okay? Pie in the sky. I don't expect people to be like jumping on that. But hey, if you want somebody to handle every bit of your social media and your social media management, your like any PDFs you need, like there you go. I'm talking about that's for like people that are super busy and big time. So I have a snapshot of all my services on the bottom. So it's basically social media, and social media some more, and graphic design, and copywriting, because I love to write. I love to write, I love graphic design, and I love social media. And so those are the things I'm offering to do for people. You know, I'm also offering training sessions and planning sessions that include a free replay and follow-up. So those are my new services. If that's what I was kind of panicking about, because the prices are a little bit high, but if you break it down by the hour and you think, okay, I always go above and beyond with people I work with. I offer unlimited communication. I offer a free, okay, and this is the thing too I'm offering with my new services, a free 1 hour call in advance, like free a whole hour to get, and I don't even care if people book me, like if people just need, like hopefully I spark an idea, and so that's what I'm offering. So anybody that's interested can get that, and so I do intend to start coming on here more and providing value, because I have not been on Periscope that much, so people are probably like, who is that? But anyways, I just am excited, and I wanted to show off my new site, and I'm focused, and it's still a little bit, it's a little bit weird, still not going back into the classroom like I see other people prepping, but this year it's a little less bizarre. Like I don't feel like I'm still a teacher anymore. I feel like I'm an entrepreneur, and that has been a shift, and it's taken a while. So the part of me that was good at things with teaching is the part of me that I can apply to my business, and I love helping people, and that's what I love doing. I didn't love administering tests, so I'm incorporating that into my business. So thank you for watching, and I don't have an email list for this because it's not about building a huge email list and huge following. I want quality over quantity, and I put that on my website. I am looking to build relationships, long-term relationships with clients. So if you know someone who needs social media management, like scheduling, I love CoSchedule. I love it. I used it for a client, and I'm going to use it for the Social Studies Whisper, and that's something else I need to do a Periscope about, is for that. I do have a Facebook page for Diary of a Gingerpreneur. It's DGPP LLC. I'll show you that because I plan to start offering, I don't know if I'll do Facebook Lives on there because I don't have very many likes on that page, so I would probably be talking to myself, but that is, you can find me as the Social Studies Whisper or DGPP LLC on Facebook. Instagram, I love Instagram. Who knew? That's where I do all the behind the scenes stuff. Instagram stories. Like, I never thought I would like Instagram, and I do. Thank you for watching, and yeah. I'm making myself get back on here, right? And not be a Periscope ghost town. Thank you for watching, and you can find Social Studies Whisper and link there if you're a teacher and need social studies ideas, or diaryofagingerpreneur.com is my new website, and I'll put that up one more time because I'm so proud of it, because I spent a lot of time working on my website. And 2 years ago, who'd have thunk it? I couldn't even understand a blogger site, and I built a site myself. And I'm a creative, so there you go. So there's Diary of a Gingerpreneur. You have to go to my site just to read my packages alone, because they're very creative. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll leave it on there. Hopefully it'll pull this as a thumbnail.